Nicole here, and I help you turn your passion for food into a profitable lifestyle. In this video, I'm going to give you tips on setting up a successful food vendor tent. Tip number 1, you want to stay organized. You want to maintain a clean and clutter-free workspace by regularly cleaning and organizing your workspace, right? So you want to make sure that you're organized. You want things to be aligned. You want to know where everything is. You want your staff to know where everything is. That way you have an easy flowing day. Tip number 2, you want to manage your queues and your wait time. You want to keep your lines moving efficiently, right? You don't want customers to be waiting 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes for their food. No, you want them to get in line. By the time you give them your food and they hand you their payment method of choice, you already have them out your line and you're serving the next customer. The goal is to keep the wait times at a minimum. In our free workshop, we show you exactly how to do this with our FLAB method. And FLAB stands for Fast Lane Assembly Flow. So if you're interested in finding more about that method and how you were able to crank out 50 plus orders in 1 hour, click the link down below and access the free workshop today. Tip number 3, you want to monitor your inventory. You want to keep track of your inventory levels to make sure you're not running out of food, right? Or you didn't make or create too much food. Because if you create too much food, then now you're running into waste, right? And you're throwing food out, and we don't want that. So each event, make sure you monitor your inventory, see what's selling the most, see what you can cut back on, and then move accordingly. The next tip is you want to engage with your customers. Greet customers warmly, offer recommendations, and ensure that their needs are met. Remember, providing customer service and top-tier service is going to take you so far in this industry. We are in the food service business, right? We are in the satisfying your customer industry. So you want to make sure you go above and beyond for your customers so they can keep coming back and keep selling you out. This is what you call service culture, and we discuss this in my free webinar workshop as well. So if you're interested, click that link to tap in and find out more. The next step when it comes to success in this industry is handling your cash and your transactions. You want to train your staff and also train yourself on how to properly handle cash and transactions. That means knowing what payment methods you take and which ones you don't. Now, me personally, I take it all. I take Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, Cash, whatever. If you got it, we take it. Also, it's always good to start your day or your shift with a lot of singles and a lot of $5 bills, right? Because you want to make sure that if you have a lot of your customers paying with cash, you have the proper change to give them back. The next tip to success is to stay hydrated, y'all, right? You're out here working hard to get your mobile food business popping. So you want to make sure that you are hydrated, that your staff is hydrated, and you're properly nourished. Don't forget to take breaks, right? I like to have a floater, what I call a floater person at my events, to step in and give people breaks when it's needed, right? Especially with hot days, right? You want to make sure you give your staff a break and make sure that everyone is drinking water throughout the day. The next tip for making sure you set up a successful mobile food tent is you want to make sure you collect feedback, right? You want to get feedback from your customers to see what they like and what they don't like. Encourage your customers to provide feedback, right? And you want to address any concerns promptly. Now, what I like to do is I like to either have a notebook where I can collect emails, but recently we updated to an iPad to collect emails. And at the end of that vending event, I send a form out to those customers asking them what they liked, what they didn't like, what can I improve, and what they would like to see. Remember, your customers are the ones keeping you a business. You want to make sure that they're satisfied. Another tip to success is you want to promote on social media, right? You want to get on Facebook, you want to get on Instagram Live, especially during an event. Use that event to create engaging content for your social media. A good way to do that is showcasing your booth, showcasing your tent, and also showcasing the event and the atmosphere. This will get people going, right? They're like, oh, I need to pull up and I need to get their food. Like, I didn't know that festival was going to be popping like that, right? So you want to get people to come to you. And a good way to use that is social media. And last but not least, make sure your signs and your banners are clear, okay? You want to make sure they're clear and then they're visible so your customers can find you in a crowded festival. You want to make sure that you are easy to find, right? I mean, people are there to sell you out, right? So make sure that you can be found and that your signs are concise and clear. Now, I hope those tips were clear and they help you with how to successfully set up a food vendor tent. If you want to learn how I took my mobile food business and I was able to generate 5,000 plus in one day, yes, one day guys, 5,000 plus, click the link below and attend our free workshop webinar. It is loaded with information. It is loaded with all types of tips and tricks to success. And of course, it's free. If this video was helpful to you, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hope to see you in the next video, you guys. Peace.